Okay, here we have a WeatherWorks little 10-inch box fan. I got this quite a while back when I went to Ohio the first time, I believe. And I really don't, basically I kind of have a soft spot for these little things. They're not great, and they never will be, but this brings me into kind of a childhood story. When I was really young, probably, I want to say 6, 7, 8-ish, I had a bunk bed, and I made the bottom bunk into a fort, and I would pretend like the fort was like a house, and I used to have a bunch of these little box fans like this, and I used to put them, like, the bunk bed had 2 headboards. It was kind of an odd bunk bed, honestly, because it was like 2 twin bed frames on top of each other, and they both had headboards on each side, and I'd use the headboards as quote-unquote windows to put in the box fans, and I'd pretend like, oh, I have a house, I have fans in the window, blah blah blah, and I had like lights and all kinds of cool stuff in there. I had like lamps hanging from the top of the bed as like ceiling lights, and had fans and all kinds of stuff in there. It was kind of cool, but probably a very big fire hazard at the time. But anyway, that kind of brings me around to these. These were sold at like Dollar General and places like that. Pretty cheap, $10 back in the day, and you could find them pretty much anywhere. And they were basically a knockoff of the Duracraft box fans, which I can get one and show you real quick. There's Duracraft. Here's this WeatherWorks thing. There's some major differences here that people seem to misunderstand. People seem to think these are Duracrafts. They're not. They are basically a knockoff of the Duracraft. There's quite a big difference between the two. The back motor cover on the Duracraft sits flush while this one sticks out. These are thinner, and these are thicker. And these use smaller, cheaper motors. These use, C-frame motors, but they're built to a little bit of a higher standard than these are. And this one's a model number DB-100 from 2004. Made in China. Whatever. But anyway, with that kind of out of the way, I got this thing, like I said, from Ohio, and when I got it, I put it together all backwards, so the blade spun the other way, so I had to just fix all that. Works good, I guess. It's nothing powerful, nothing great. It's a WeatherWorks brand, which I assume was some house brand for somewhere. Maybe Dollar General in the later years. I know the earlier ones were branded as Aries, but I don't remember the WeatherWorks brand that well. It's a 3-speed. That's another thing that these have over the Duracraft, is that these are 2-speed, these are 3-speed. It's got your typical little C-frame motor. I mean, it's not the best built fan ever made, but for childhood reasons, I've always liked them. But anyway, here's high. Blade's a bit out of balance, so it kind of shakes. It's not a great air mover either, honestly. I mean, it moves air, but not that great. Medium. Very quiet, not very powerful. Kind of a piece of junk, honestly. But like I said, I've always had a soft spot for them, even though they're kind of crappy. Not all of them are this bad. Some of them are actually pretty decent. I remember the ones I had as a kid moving more air than these. And off. So there you go. There's a little WeatherWorks box fan from 2004. Hope you enjoyed. Thanks for watching.